Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Speed Build with the Discord. This is where we take suggestions while I'm recording from you guys in the Discord, and I try to interpret them in whatever way is deemed fit, and we see what kind of crazy stuff we're able to create in a very short amount of time. I usually try to get through around like 4 or 5 creations per episode, so let's hop on over to Discord and see what we're going to be building today. Alright, so 3 of you at the beginning here are asking for something very similar. We have Craftmaster163 asking for a folding plane. We have Future Vlad3 asking for a folding paper air lane. And we have Rainclaw here asking for a plane with folding wings. I think that is mostly, yeah. So you got those 3 right at the top here, pretty much asking for folding plane stuff. So let's actually try to build a super basic paper airplane style plane, meaning that there's going to be no control systems on it, because when you throw a paper airplane, you throw it, you let it go. So all I'm going to do is just make something made out of like purely wings in a paper airplane shape and maybe have it the ability to fold. And then we're just going to attach like a thruster to it or something and send it off a cliff and see what happens. All right, but first things first, we need to find a cliff to actually throw this paper airplane off of. So I'm just in a newly generated map. I don't know if there are any cliffs around, but let's go fly around and see what we can see. This looks like a terrible map for paper airplane throwing. I don't think I have a single... This is the flattest map. What is this? It's like literally the flattest map I've ever spawned in. There are no high altitude locations here. What is this? All right, it seems like this right here is the biggest cliff that we have, which is not really that big. So we're gonna have to build accordingly. So we're gonna try to throw our plane off of here and we're gonna see what happens. So I'm just literally just gonna build it completely out of wings. Let's get our wings down. All right, so I'm building a basic frame to the plane here. So I'm gonna try to make it so that it is slightly shaped like a paper airplane, because paper airplanes tend to taper down to the nose. So this is as thin as the nose is gonna be able to be though, because I'm gonna also try to make the wings kind of fold. So we're gonna start off with using the smaller ones, kind of like this. And we're gonna give this like a triangular or pyramid style shape, as if it was a folded paper airplane. It's not gonna be the most realistic thing you've ever seen, but it's gonna be a thing nonetheless. All right, so here is our paper airplane. It is made out of paper. I mean, these are supposed to be just the paper wings that kind of expand out, but check it out. I'm gonna let this thing off the lift here, and you can see that the wings fold, because some of you asked for a folding plane. So hopefully, if I hook these thrusters up to the seat, this is probably gonna be really front heavy. Oh, I can't hook them up to the seat, but you know what? I can hook them up to the button. Okay, this is not gonna make any sense. I did not plan this out right. I should have had a seat that had thruster control. I wanted to have the smaller seat, but I guess we're just gonna have to deal with this one instead. All right, so now we could just do this, and hopefully this will fix all of our problems. All right, so let's go ahead and put this thing at the edge of the cliff here. Or not. Oh, there we go. Gonna put this thing at the edge of the cliff here, and we're just gonna hope that this thing actually takes off. Did I put the thrusters on max? I think I did. So when I press the button, it's not connected to anything. All right, so when I press the button, you can see the wings fold out, and we should be able to go. Oh. That was surprisingly accurate to usually a lot of people's very first time throwing their freshly made paper airplane. It just loops back around on themselves. I'm actually really surprised at that. All right, so there's an easy solution to this. I'm just gonna change, I have my back wings there angled at like 15 degrees. Let's just put that at straight and see what happens if it's just straight. Oh. Okay. What kind of... I'm gonna say this is a very successful paper airplane. Like, if you ask me, this is exactly what I expect out of any paper airplane once you give it some thrust. So yeah, that's your paper airplane for you. You know what, just to make it a little bit more like a paper airplane. There you go. It's white, just like a paper airplane. Whee! Whee! yeah, I'm gonna say that's mission accomplished. Let's get on to the next suggestion. All right, we have Critical here. It says to build the YouTube system. He says one logic gate is enough probably. So that sounds easy enough. Let's just go ahead and build how the YouTube system works in Scrap Mechanic. All right, so he says it's just one logic gate, and this should be YouTube right here. So I guess all we have to do is just turn it on, and we should have YouTube. All right, there goes nothing. All right, well, that was a fun experiment. Let's go ahead and get back to the Discord for some more suggestions. Ooh, here's an interesting suggestion. I don't know how, I honestly really don't know how possible this is, but JDKO asks for a parachute with the wings mod. So let's give this a try. So reducing this down to its very basic components, we're gonna need to be able to get up in the air. So we need a thruster, and then we're just gonna need to basically have wings catch us on our way back down, but not on our way up. So we're gonna have to have wings that are vertical at first, and then they fold out once we get up to the top. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is my experimental parachute. I feel like somebody back in like the pre-flight days of the pioneers trying to actually create their first parachute, eventually sending himself to his own demise, trying to test out his own creation here. I think something like that actually happened once. So let's hope things go a little bit better here. But anyway, the way that this is designed is we're gonna oh, why does that not go straight? Oh, we should probably have, oh, okay, that was interesting. Okay, so anyway, the goal is to get up into the air, and then once we get up into the air, we press this button, and then this hopefully slows our descent. So let's first see if we can get up into the air, and then see what falling is like without opening the parachute, and then we're gonna see if the parachute actually makes a difference. I don't have a lot of confidence, but we're gonna see what happens. All right, up into the air we go. This is not straight. Okay, all right, let's turn it off. All right, so it almost acts like a stabilizer tail to keep the top of it up, which explains why it's so hard for us to actually go up straight. All right, so now let's see if we can get up into the air and open it up. I don't know if it did anything. I mean, it kind of seemed to do something. I wish we could just get higher before we actually flip over. You know what? I have a potentially brilliant idea. We're gonna make a modification of this that is basically it's gonna be like a transforming rocket / parachute, in which we're gonna be able to use these as a tail stabilizer and then as a parachute. All right, check this out. This is our new rocket / parachute. So now hopefully when I press the button, we're gonna go up into the air. And then once we're up into the air, we should be able to press the other button and this will happen and it will turn into a parachute. So let's see how this goes. We should be able to stay straight going up into the air now if I actually hook up the switch. Oh. The button was still on when I hooked it up and I did not save that. Well, the good news is that it actually flew kind of straight. So it's time to do a retrieval mission. Okay, I think it went in this general direction. So hopefully we can find it. Where have you gone, parachute? Where have you gone? Please be. Oh, I think I see it. Is that it down there? There's something down here. Yes, we found it. Okay, that wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it was gonna be. All right, here we go. Time for take 2. All right, let's see if this thing actually works. And oh, wrong button. All right, number 1. Straight. No, not that way. Not that way. Go up. Oh, okay, you know what? Oh, no. No, we're spinning too fast. The pistons can't even contract. I made the mistake of activating parachute mode before deactivating thruster mode. So we're going to try that again. All right, here we go. We're going up into the air, and now we're activating parachute. What? I mean, whoa. That was a soft landing. Was that not the most high-tech looking parachute landing you've ever seen? Like, that was some, like, Mars rover stuff there. It's like, we have all these crazy concepts of how to land safely on Mars. Like, how about NASA, hire me. Check this thing out. You know, you want to come in for a safe landing? You just activate your parachute. You spin rapidly, and all that centripetal force gets deactivated. And then look at this. This is not my intent at all, but it's totally working. Look how slow we're descending. How is that for a parachute? And look, and then it self-stabilizes. This is the best parachute I've ever seen. I can't believe this thing does this. All right, I'm gonna say that not only is mission accomplished, but expectations exceeded. All right, let's get on to the next one. Now, here's a unique suggestion. Dart Frog here says to build a Spud-powered super swing with a stabilizer mug would be neat. So I don't really know if super swing is like a specific thing, but we don't have time for research in speed builds, so we're just gonna build my interpretation of a super swing. All right, so for this super swing, we are going to need a base. And then alongside this base, we are going to need some pillars. All right, so now the super swing will swing from these bearings. So now we just need to build it down to the ground and attach our swing, and we're gonna have it be powered by spud guns. Hopefully the spud guns will be powerful enough to actually swing us all the way around. And that is what I think a super swing means, is you can swing all the way around into a circle. So let's see if we can do this. Okay, so now the question here is going to be, how many spud guns are we going to need? And these are actually a little bit long. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the ground. All right, so now if we hook all these spud guns up, they should fire alternately. That should give us a constant force. All right, so hopefully 3 spud guns is enough. So all we should have to do is hop in the seat and then press the button and enjoy our super swing. It actually works. I should have attached it to the ground. I should have attached it to the ground. It's waving all over the place. But here is your spud-powered super swing. And it's staying upright. I'm actually really surprised at that. This is awesome. Is it ever gonna fall over? Or do we just equal ourselves out here? All right, now the question is, can we stop? No problem. No problem at all. All right, that was way more successful than I had anticipated. Let's do it again. Whee! Look at it go. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful super swing I've ever seen. All right, so I think it's about time that we probably save this thing on a lift because it's amazing, and then get on to the next suggestion. Oh, wait, I forgot the stabilizer mug. How could I forget the stabilizer mug? We must go back. Don't worry, Dart Frog. I got you covered. We got our stabilizer mug right here. ScrapMan stabilizer mug. By the way, if you want your own ScrapMan mug, you can check the link to the merch store down in the description. Stabilizer not included. All right, let's try it now with the stabilizer mug. Go! Look how stable that mug is. So stable. Everything is so stable now, see? This is why you need to add a stabilizer mug to everything. It just makes it so much more stable. Okay, well, that's mission accomplished again. Oh, okay. All right, let's put this thing... Let's get this thing out. You know, I'm probably gonna have to save this again because it has stabilizer capabilities. All right, perfect. Now on to the next suggestion. That Russian kid here asked to build the derpiest car you can manage to nailed. I'm assuming he meant build there. I get what you mean. So this actually reminds me back to like the early days of Scrap Mechanic, before I was ScrapMan, before I even had a YouTube channel at all. There was the derpiest cars that I remember building that are super fun to drive, actually. You guys gotta check this out. All right, if you guys haven't done this in Scrap Mechanic before, you have to, because it is hilarious. First thing you need to do, give yourself a base. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big the base is. Second thing you need to do, give yourself some attachment points with bearings for wheels. Next thing you need to do, put a seat on this bad boy with an electric engine. Attach that electric engine up to all 4 wheels. And you're gonna want to put it on like moderately slow so you can really get the full effect of just how derpy this car is going to be. And then the final thing you need to do is use the large wheels and just don't attach them at the center. You can drag this in any direction that you want. So just attach it at like the end right there. Then attach this one like on the opposite over there. And then attach this one kind of opposite of that. And then attach this one opposite of that. And now you're going to have... Oh, I forgot to attach it to this. I forgot to attach the engine to the seat. Hold on. Oh, no, it's going on its own. This is the derpy car. Oh, it's like we froze it in time. All right, let's make it go a little bit faster, though. And here you go. Here's one of the derpiest cars. One of the derpiest cars you can see. And there's different ways. You could do it in different ways, too. You could do it in lots of different ways, actually. And it all depends on how you orient these wheels. You see here we did opposites, which kind of like gives this weird walking effect. You can also do side-by-side opposites. So rather than corner-to-corner opposites, you can do this side down, and then this side up, and then that gives you this effect. I mean, it still works. It still works as a car, doesn't it? But it's just super derpy. Oh, and then as the engines get off kilter, it just gets even stranger. So yeah, then that actually reminds me, then instead of doing side-by-side opposites, the next logical progression is front-to-back opposite. So the back one way, and then the front the opposite. And that gives you this really strange effect going on. It's almost like a swimming kind of effect. Like a butterfly stroke going on. All right, so that is kind of like some of the derpiest cars that I built back in the day when I first got Scrap Mechanic. Let me know if you guys have any derpy car ideas too. All right, and I think I got time for one more suggestion. That was, what, 4 already? So let's get on to the next one. Okay, this is an interesting suggestion that's actually going to build upon something that we've done previously. Star Swirl the Bearded asked for a flying Beyblade. At first I was like, we've done Beyblades before, but with the wings mod, I want to see if this works. So in a previous episode of Speed Builds, we built this, the Spud Beyblade. And when you turn this thing on, it's a Spud-powered Beyblade. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add wings to the outside of this. And I'm hoping that when it gets enough momentum, the wings are actually going to generate lift, and it's essentially going to be a helicopter Beyblade, like a flying helicopter Spud-powered Beyblade. So now I'm just going to figure out where I can put wings. I think, can I attach? Oh, I can attach stuff right there. This might even be easier than I thought. So I have to put the wings on a slight angle if they're going to generate any lift. So we're going to have to put a bearing on the end of here that we can attach the wings to. And I'm also going to have to put a controller on here to adjust the angle. So I'm going to put the controller right down in there. Excellent. So now we just attach the wings. And we should hopefully have a flying Beyblade. If we don't, we just add a little bit more wings for more lift. All right, here it is. The hopefully flying Spud-powered Beyblade. We press this switch and watch it go. And go. That was the wrong switch. We press this switch and watch it go. And go. Oh! It's actually working. First try. I can't believe it. I was skeptical at first because it was spinning and it wasn't doing it. This is epic. I like how it's actually slow, so it almost looks like it wants to hover there. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Well, not really, but today. The most amazing thing I've ever seen today. Actually, this is a close competition with the parachute. The parachute is a close. That was also pretty darn amazing. And we're not getting this thing back unless we can hit the switch with a spud gun. Come on. Come on. I just gotta hit this. Oh, we did it. We did it. We deactivated the switch with a spud gun. Oh, look at it go so slow. Oh, there we go. I have to watch that again. Well, leave a like for the flying Spud-powered Beyblade. This thing turned out way better than expected. You know what? This has been a really good episode of Speed Builds. A lot of these things turned out way better than expected and worked way easier than expected. And I just love this. I just love the way that this thing looks. This is really awesome. All right, so let me know which one of these speed builds was your favorite. If you want to participate in future speed build episodes like this, make sure you join the Discord with the link down below. And thank you to all of you who did participate. You guys are making these episodes awesome. We had a lot of really, really good suggestions this time. Sometimes I have to spend like 20 minutes just searching for a suggestion that seems like it would be fun. This time, a lot of you had really good suggestions right off the bat. So thank you for that. You guys are getting more creative. And creativity is what we do on this channel. So if that sounds good to you and you're not subscribed, you should hit that subscribe button right now. That way you're not going to miss future episodes. Well, unless you don't hit the bell button. So make sure you actually hit the bell button too. So then you won't miss future episodes. Unless YouTube decides to not notify you anyway, even though you hit the bell button. You know, with that logic gate, YouTube isn't seeming so bad now. Well, anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.